Hey everyone, just thought I'd bring you along for a quick another DIY project we have going on here. We refinished our basement about 4 years ago or so, and at the time we measured the radon levels, and they were fairly low. I want to say, I don't know, 3 to 5, and I know the EPA recommends, of course, anything over 4 picocuries per liter that you install a radon mitigation system. And we've put it off, and I'm not here to convince anybody of, that radon's a thing. I myself am somewhat suspect of it, but recently my 3 daughters decided they wanted to move down into our basement bedroom. So I figured, I might as well look into doing a system just to try to mitigate the best we could. So we're standing in our unfinished area of our basement, and I went ahead and I have a bunch of fittings and 4-inch pipe here, but I cored out a 4.5-inch hole down through, and I'm going to go ahead and kind of tap into that with this 4-inch PVC system. So I went ahead and got the 4-inch cellular core PVC. You could go with 3-inch, but based on research and stuff, I think the 4-inch is probably the best, especially since I'm trying to go with a low wattage fan to not have to have a constant, 70 to 80 to 100 watts draw. So down in there you can see that I actually got lucky, and my curtain drain pipe is down in there. I cut a big hole in the top of it to allow better suction, and then I also excavated out about a 5-gallon pail full of the gravel that's under there. So it has a pretty good sized cavity to pull air from, so I'm hoping that it'll be good enough for this system. So what I plan to do is kind of have a pipe like this down into that hole, and then I will come up the wall here, have a 45 come over, and then this pipe I just installed here, I'll have a kind of a long, large radius bend 90 to go into that, and then travel all the way down through, out into the garage, and then up through the roof. So I'll keep you posted and tie some videos together to show you what the final product looks like. Here we are up in the attic. I just finished a penetration through the roof and put the roof flashing on and installed the fan today. It's actually able to tie into an existing box up here that serves some other lights for the garage. So worked out pretty well. The fan itself, it's the Radon RP140C, I believe. It's the smaller one that should be good for this application since I'm just running actual 4-inch pipe all the way through. I went outside and put my hand over the top of it, and it's blowing a lot of air out of it right now. So I gotta work on sealing up some gaps in the basement, and it should be good to go. So here in a minute I'll show you what the outside looks like. So here's the outside. You can see I'm sticking up, I think the code requires 12 inches. I'm about 13.5, 14 inches sticking up. It's actually more than my bath vent back there, but for now I'm just gonna leave it. The flashing went on really well, all sealed up, should be good to go. So we'll see how it goes. Thanks. All right, hey guys, here we are almost a year later after that first video that you see. So everything's been done and installed for a while, but I wanted to wait to upload the video just to kind of track the results and see how much of an improvement it made. So here you can see everything's installed, the pipes into the concrete, everything is caulked around the pipe as well as caulked around the entire perimeter. I also sealed all of the drains with some expanding foam and caulked all the joints in the concrete that were exposed. And I also put a lid over top of the sump pump, and I'll show that in just a minute as well. But so everything is pretty well sealed, and you can see I did install the little manometer, and you can see that we are pulling almost a half an inch of water, which is perfect for this size fan. As I said, I did end up going 4-inch pipe all the way up and over and all the way down through and then out into the garage and then up out of the roof into the garage. So it's definitely something that you can do yourself. I mean, I think I have probably maybe $300 worth of materials into what you see here. And I think probably to have it professionally done, you're talking, I don't know, at least $1,000, maybe $2,000. So overall, it seems to work really well. Here's just a quick update on the reading. So this is the little air things radon meter that I've had a year and a half or so now, and it's running well below 2 all the time. So whereas before I was seeing 7, 8, 10, 12, depending on time of year and stuff. So overall, really happy with the system, and I'll show you some of the other details here in a second. So here is the sump pit cover that I put together. Maybe I've shown this in another video, I can't recall, it's been a while, but down in here I have my dual sump pumps with my completely redundant system here that I've shown in other videos. Got a lot of good comments on that, but I wanted to make sure that I still had access to the pumps in the event of water backup or an emergency or something. So I just used the original lid and cut out an area to have access and put some little kind of weather stripping around this, and then I have this clear plexiglass lid that then sits down on, and it seals pretty tight. I was going to put some screws through here just to seal it down, but I found that it really doesn't leak much around there. There's actually some suction you can feel on the underside of this lid from that radon fan, so which is a good thing. That means I don't have a lot of other big leaks. So anyway, that's the sump pit area, and if you have any other questions about my setup, kind of what I call the flood-proof basement setup, feel free to check out one of my other videos. So that's about it. I just wanted to take a couple minutes to just kind of show you what you can do and what you can accomplish yourself. I highly recommend kind of doing your research on this a little bit, and if you can get away with using a bigger diameter 4-inch pipe rather than the smaller 3-inch pipe that a lot of the contractors install, and then using the smaller fan, the RP 140C versus the higher power RP 145s and so on and so forth, then you can save not only a lot on your energy bill to run the fan, but also it creates a lot less suction on your subfloor, which means it's not drawing out a lot of your conditioned air, so you save on your heating bills too. So just give that some thought. I know I've heard stories of a lot of people that go and get quotes for just a radon installer to come in and put a fan in. They want to do it as quick as possible, and they just put a big fan in because it's easy to get quick results for them, but it ends up costing the homeowner a lot in the long run, as it sucks or pulls too much air from under the slab and pulls air out of the conditioned space of the house. So you really don't need much suction as long as you have a good gravel base under your floor to mitigate the radon. So, and another side benefit is that if you have an unfinished area, you'll notice actually your overall moisture level in the basement going down a lot too. So anyway, just another side benefit. So anyway, just thought I'd share that. If you guys have any questions or comments, let me know in the comments, and I'll be happy to answer them. I did do a lot of research ahead of time as I was planning this system.